although it was nice. Good evening, Oswego, and welcome to WTOP 10 Tuesday Night News. I'm Stackel.
And I'm Samantha Yeh. Today is February 22nd, 2011. WTOP 10 News starts now.
Out of New York, Mayor Michael Bloomberg today passed a law that would, prohibit smoking at parks, beaches, and other public places. The new law amends the Smoke-Free Air Act to prohibit smoking in the city's parks, beaches, and boardwalks and pedestrian plazas. As I said before, under the new law, smoking will be banned in the city's 1,700 parks, public beaches, city pools, and rec centers. But sidewalks next to these places are okay. Violators could face a $50 fine. The goal is to reduce secondhand smoke and litter. The law will go into effect in 90 days.
A day of fun in the snow cost a New York teen his life. Police say a 16-year-old boy was seriously hurt in a snowmobile accident Monday. Officials say he veered off the trail and went down an embankment, hitting several trees along the way. The boy later died of his injuries at the hospital. And now we'll check our current conditions outside with meteorologist Keith Jaska. Keith, what's it looking like out there?
Good evening, Oswego. I'm meteorologist Keith Jasko. Well, clear sky is overhead and it is a frigid evening. It's currently 13 degrees here on campus, and no matter where you live here in Oswego County, it is cold right now. Redfield is at 2 degrees, Fulton at 8 degrees, and Hannibal just to our south is at 5 degrees. So if you'll be heading out and about tonight, make sure you bundle up because temperatures will continue to plummet. Will the cold weather continue through the rest of this week? I'll have my complete forecast coming up in a few minutes. Now back to the news desk.
All right, thanks, Keith. In America's deadliest hijacking in the open seas, 4 Americans shot dead after a yacht was captured by pirates off the coast of Oman. Sandra Endo has the details on what happened and how U.S. officials were fighting for the release.
Their journey started out as a group yacht tour in Thailand, but when 4 American tourists on board the Quest left Mumbai, India, they took a different path. Friday, a group of Somali pirates hijacked the yacht. Monday, U.S. military officials said a U.S. Navy warship was trailing the yacht and negotiations were underway to free the Americans. Yacht owner Gene and Scott Adam and Phyllis McKay and Bob Riggle. Tuesday, U.S. forces responded to gunfire and found all 4 hostages shot dead.
There were 2 pirates that were dead on board the vessel when they boarded. As they were clearing it, in below decks, there were 2 more pirates who were killed in the clearing process by the boarding team.
Friends of the yacht owners say the couple had looked forward to their trip.
Scott and I had lunch together at the end of last year in Marina del Rey, and we discussed at length the process someone would go through to make the decision to go through this area. And what he had said is that he had a strong desire to sail his own boat around the world. Gene was having a very difficult time with the heat of the tropics and wanted to get to European waters and see Europe by boat. This is a very common route for European boats in particular to take as the last leg to get home.
U.S. officials say in all, 19 Somali pirates were involved in the hijacking of the vessel. Besides the 4 dead, 15 others are in custody. In Washington, I'm Sandra Endo.
It's mid-afternoon in the city of Christchurch, New Zealand, and rescuers are still working hard. Both amateur and hired rescuers are digging through the rubble of yesterday's devastating earthquake. The death toll currently stands at 65, a number that is certain to rise. New Zealand's South Island is located on the border of 2 tectonic plates and faces earthquake warnings frequently. New Zealand's Prime Minister B.B. Thompson said this time Christchurch received the full impact. Thomas was at work when the earthquake hit. She said, quote, "This was bigger and stronger than anything I'd felt before."
Libyan leader Muammar Gaddafi is still facing pressure to resign. A small crowd held a silent protest today outside the Libyan embassy in New York. Gaddafi has been under fire since last week when anti-government protesters began demonstrating in Libyan streets. Gaddafi gave a speech earlier today on state television, refusing to step down. The 68-year-old has led Libya for nearly 42 years. And now we'll see what's going on in sports tonight with Dan Myers.
Thank you, Sam. Good evening, Oswego. I'm Dan Myers, and here's a quick look at sports. After months of questioning if Carmelo Anthony will be traded, he finally got his wish to go to the Big Apple. The Knicks and Nuggets agreed on a trade that sends Anthony, Chauncey Billups, and 3 other players to the Knicks in return for Wilson Chandler, Raymond Felton, Danilo Gallinari, Timothy Mozgov, along with future draft picks and cash. Anthony joins fellow All-Star Amari Stoudemire in hopes to bring the Knicks to the playoffs for the first time since 2004. And now back to the desk with Asa.
Syracuse teen is being held in custody after shooting 2 women while trying to shoot someone else. On Friday, 15-year-old Notorious Jackson of Dudley Street fired a handgun 4 times at an as-yet unidentified man. Jackson missed all 4 times from 10 feet away, killing 2 onlookers. According to the Post-Standard, Jackson was arrested at his Dudley Street home before 6:30 p.m. He was arraigned Monday before City Judge Kate Rosenthal.
A Sandy Creek man was accused of assault Friday. Martin R. Beckar allegedly attacked a man with a knife during a domestic dispute. According to Syracuse.com, Beckar was arraigned in the town of Sandy Creek Court and sent to Oswego Correctional Facility without bail. Beckar is also accused of attacking a man with a knife on January 26th in a dispute outside his home.
The Oswego County Sheriff's Department is inching closer and closer to having 12 new patrol vehicles in their fleet. The Public Safety and Emergency Services Committee passed a resolution to allow the county to spend $238,000 to replace the 12 Ford Crown Victoria police cruisers. The Pal Times reports this figure as nearly $50,000 less than the amount granted by the legislature last year.
It's currently 13 degrees here on campus. How cold will we get tonight? I'll have my complete forecast coming up after the break. Stay tuned.
Was gonna be there anyway. But thinking of you's working on my appetite. Looking forward to a little afternoon delight. Mama and sister shows together, making sparks ignite. And the thought of loving you, so exciting. Sky
rockets in flight. Boo! Afternoon delight.
I think you got it.
Cam's Pizzeria, located at 31 West Bridge Street, serving New York-style pizza, wings, sandwiches, wraps, and desserts. Dine in, take out, or order delivery by calling 315-342-4255.
Hey guys, it's Q again here for the 2nd season of Oswego Soundtrack. Make sure you guys tune in with Eric and Connor. Jams out for you guys at 9:30 every Tuesday, all right? Make sure you're here Tuesday, 9:30. Don't be late.
Let's turn over this log. Yeah. Whoa! I like the brown wiggly one.
I like the green crunchy ones myself.
Whoa.
Go to discovertheforest.org.
The Oswego MBA program, helping you achieve your goals with a customized curriculum developed with flexibility in mind. Take classes year-round, full or part-time in Oswego, online or at the Metro Center in downtown Syracuse. More information is available online or by calling 315-312-2911.
Oswego, the Syracuse Symphony, and the Feel the Beat percussion group are coming to Syracuse. The concert will be this Friday at 8 p.m. at the Mulroy Civic Center. The New York Times has dubbed Feel the Beat as, quote, the high priest of the percussion world. According to a press release by the college, a special SUNY Oswego section in the balcony has tickets priced at $12 for SUNY Oswego affiliates and free for students with Oswego ID. People traveling from Oswego may sign up and take a college-sponsored bus at no charge, as I said before. It will leave from the parking lot in front of Calkin Hall at 6:15 p.m. To reserve a spot on the bus, call 312-2156.
The Oswego Music Department is bringing another exciting concert to SUNY Oswego tomorrow evening. The Art of the Harpsichord features harpsichordist Robert Kerner along with oboist Aaron Reese and Syracuse-based flutist Kelly Covert. The performance begins at 7:30 p.m. in the Campus Center Auditorium. Those interested in meeting Kerner, Reese, and Covert can attend the pre-concert talk with the performers at 7 p.m. Tickets are $15 for the general public, $12 for seniors, faculty, and staff, and $6 for SUNY Oswego students.
The newest building on SUNY Oswego's campus, the Village Commons, is receiving less traffic than expected. Samantha DiMaggio reports on what effect this is having on the once expected booming area on campus.
For now, traffic in and out of the Village Commons remains relatively slow. Those who live scattered throughout campus seem to be unaware of how close the Commons actually are to them, especially on West Campus. However, through promotions and word of mouth, the Village seems confident that things will start to pick up in the future. For WTOP 10 News, I'm Samantha DiMaggio.
And now we're going to send it over to Keith Jaska for a look at your full forecast. Keith, what is going on? Or that.
Good evening, Oswego. I'm meteorologist Keith Jaska. Well, it is a cold 13 degrees right now with clear sky overhead, and wind out of the south-southeast at 3 miles per hour is resulting in a wind chill of 11 degrees Fahrenheit. So make sure you dress warmly if you'll be out and about tonight. Our high of 19 degrees and our low of 12 degrees this morning were both well below normal for this time of year. And man, our record high of 61 degrees set back in 1981 would have felt great today. Sunrise tomorrow morning will be at 6:53 a.m. It is a frigid evening across all of Oswego County. It's 12 degrees in Richland, 4 degrees in Mexico, and Fulton has already plummeted to 8 degrees. And here in Oswego, it's 13, as I said before. Currently, it's 2 degrees in Glens Falls, and even New York City is below freezing at 30 degrees right now, and it's 14 degrees currently out in Buffalo in western New York. Latest enhanced infrared satellite imagery shows plenty of clear sky across the Great Lakes region as well as New York State, courtesy of an Arctic ridge of high pressure that has settled into our region. The subsidence or sinking motion associated with this high will continue to suppress cloud cover overnight tonight and into the day on Wednesday, resulting in plenty of clear sky. So for 1 a.m. this evening, it'll be clear yet cold across the entire region, and those clear skies will persist for 7 a.m. Wednesday morning. So make sure you bundle up while heading out and about to class tomorrow morning. It'll be a good idea to have that winter coat as well as hat and gloves, because again, it is going to be very cold here in Oswego and across central New York. For 1 p.m. Wednesday, clear sky will continue, resulting in plenty of sunshine. So make sure you have the sunglasses as well, because even though it'll be a cold day, it'll be very bright and sunny as well on Wednesday. And for 7 p.m., clear sky will remain overhead, so that sunset will be easy to watch come Wednesday evening. Tonight, clear skies and calm winds will result in a frigid night. Expect a low of 0 degrees here in Oswego, but many locations farther inland away from Lake Ontario will most likely cool down to around -10 degrees. And on Wednesday, abundant sunshine will result in a somewhat warmer day with a high temperature of 25 degrees, and expect calm winds to continue with that ridge of high pressure in control. Wednesday night, clear skies early will give way to increasing clouds overnight as the next storm system approaches our region. Expect early lows of 10 degrees Fahrenheit, but then temperatures will begin to rise as winds become out of the south-southwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Taking a look at your extended forecast, Thursday will be a milder day with the chance for some rain showers and a high of 38 degrees. Expect highs near 30 Friday through Sunday, with mostly cloudy skies Friday and Saturday, and the potential for some snow showers on Sunday. And then Monday of next week is expected to be milder, with a mix of rain and snow and a high of 43 degrees.
All right, Keith, sounds okay. I mean, ever since that warm spell, it has been frigid here. So is this normal?
Yeah, for February, it's the later part of winter. We're getting near spring. That's a transition season between winter and summer, so the weather can take quite a bit of a roller coaster ride this time of year. So this isn't exactly unusual for us here in
What do you
Oswego.
expect to happen? Do you think we'll have any more warm days, or?
Well, honestly, like Thursday, a high of 38. That's a bit of a warm day for us, and it looks like Monday of next week with a high of 40.
It's definitely nice for Oswego weather. When we come back, we'll have Ericka Pratt with highlights from Friday's Gillian dance performance. But first, here's your late night menu.
Let's turn over this log. Yeah. Whoa! I like the brown wiggly one.
I like the green crunchy ones myself.
Whoa.
Go to discovertheforest.org.
The Oswego MBA program, helping you achieve your goals with a customized curriculum developed with flexibility in mind. Take classes year-round, full or part-time in Oswego, online or at the Metro Center in downtown Syracuse. More information is available online or by calling 315-312-2911.
Got a good thing going, and I don't wanna see it end. Oh, no, no, no.
Hi, we're Real Big Fish. And you're watching WTOP 10.
Like the number.
Cam's Pizzerita, located at 31 West Bridge Street, serving New York-style pizza, wings, sandwiches, wraps, and desserts. Dine in, take out, or order delivery by calling 315-342-4255.
Hey guys, it's Q again here for the second season of Oswego Soundtrack. Make sure you guys tune in with Eric and Connor. Jams out for you guys at 9:30 every Tuesday, all right? Make sure you're here Tuesday, 9:30. Don't be late.
And now we'll hear about Friday's exciting dance performance here in Tyler Hall from WTOP segment reporter Ericka Pratt.
Thanks, Samantha.
Gillian was founded by Andrew Miller in 2006. Their company is based in New York City, but travels all over the country for shows and rehearsal space. Gillian is known for, quote, visceral movement that creates a lasting resonance in the conscience. After the show, Andrea and her company held a talkback, which let those who attended the show to ask questions and speak directly with the dancers who also helped create the performance.
Originally, so where did your idea, start when you were little? Where did your idea for this different kind of dance and not be the typical ballerina that every other little girl aspires to be?
Well, my training in Utah was with a children's dance program that was mostly about improvisation and storytelling. So they would have a book, and we would animate the story with our bodies and make bridges and rivers. And I think that kind of way of thinking about dance is the animation of your imagination was from a very young age. But I think to decide to choreograph really happened later on, maybe when I was 18.
And where did your inspiration come for this show? Because I know you said it was about evolution starting from the egg. Where did this idea come from?
Well, it was the first full evening dance that I've ever made, so I think it was just that I had so many ideas and so much curiosity to explore lots of things that it was kind of like, I just have to start at the beginning and then grow from there. Yeah.
I thought it was beautiful, and obviously your dancers are very flexible and very well trained and everything. And how do you pick your dancers?
I look for people who are not afraid to push the limits of their exhaustion, that they can really find it in their mind to convince themselves that they have more power, that they can go further than they did before. And so that's very important. People who are committed to having this as their life, not just kind of a hobby or part, that it's their life. People who are funny, and I think people who are interested in research, because we do a lot of research.
Wow, that's actually really interesting. I've never heard of Gillian before. Are you familiar with it?
Actually, I haven't really heard about it until I take a dance class, and she came into our dance class actually, and she taught us, and all of her new style, it's not ballet, it's not jazz, it's a whole new thing she's created. So she uses, it's called tasks, instead of, where if you take ballet, like there's you plie, instead you're a can and you're crumpling, so everything's different.
Oh. I don't know how I could be a can crumpling. But.
Hey, neither do I. Well, we're going to throw it over to state news now. Senator Charles Schumer has reviewed the situation in Wisconsin involving Republican Governor Scott Walker, who wants to strip away bargaining guarantees. Senator Schumer said, quote, "The public employee unions are willing to deal with the financial pressures consuming the state and make concessions," end quote. Schumer personally thinks the governor has gone too far. He also said, quote, "The idea of just taking away workers' rights to collective bargaining is not going to happen. New York is not Wisconsin."
New York City Mayor Michael Bloomberg is taking a stance against House Republican plans. The plan intends to cut funding and access to women's health care, according to Talk Radio News Service. If the plan passes, it would eliminate the National Family Planning Program and deny preventive care to 5 million women nationwide. Bloomberg, along with Democratic Governors Peter Shumlin of Vermont and Dan Malloy of Connecticut, dismissed the resolution as politics, not policy, and detrimental to women's health. And here's Dan Myers with your sports and NFL update.
Welcome back to sports. I'm Dan Myers. The Denver Broncos have reported that they have re-signed Pro Bowl cornerback Champ Bailey. This 4-year deal is estimated to be worth between $40 and $44 million. This deal is coming off of Bailey's record-setting 10th Pro Bowl for a cornerback. Although Bailey will be 33 in June, Broncos Chief of Football Operations John Elway still thinks he can perform at a high level, saying, quote, "Champ is truly one of the NFL's elite players, a 10-time Pro Bowler who is playing at the absolute highest level." Oswego women's hockey finished their regular season with a win today in the Campus Center. Junior forward Mackenzie Lee led the Lakers to a 4-1 victory over non-conference Castleton State with 2 goals and 2 assists. Her performance helped her break the Oswego single-season points record previously held by Jessica Lister. 5th seed Oswego will travel to 4th seed Newman University on Saturday for the first round of the ECAC Women's West Playoffs. In case you weren't watching WTOP's coverage of Laker men's basketball tonight, you missed them advance to the SUNYAC playoffs. The Lakers defeated SUNY Potsdam 64-50 to advance to the semifinals in the SUNYAC. Sophomore forward Hayden Ward led the team with 12 points and 13 rebounds. Junior guard Connor Monaghan also contributed to the win with 15 points. Oswego will play SUNY Brockport this Friday in the semifinals. That's it for sports. Now back to the desk.
All right, exciting news in the world of sports. And I mean, our basketball team doing great this year. #1 in the SUNYAC.
I know, it's definitely impressive. They haven't been this good in a while.
I know, great stuff out of Laker Hall.
Definitely. And when we come back, we'll take a look at the lighter side of news.
Cam's Pizzeria, located at 31 West Bridge Street, serving New York-style pizza, wings, sandwiches, wraps, and desserts. Dine in, take out, or order delivery by calling 315-342-4255.
TOP, brought to you by the letter W.
The Oswego MBA program, helping you achieve your goals with a customized curriculum developed with flexibility in mind. Take classes year-round, full or part-time in Oswego, online or at the Metro Center in downtown Syracuse. More information is available online or by calling 315-312-2911.
There's a place not so far away, a place where you don't have to keep the volume down. You'll find all sorts of creatures in this place without have to. The silly you, the proud you. You may even meet the curious you. Ask your parents to take you to this not-so-far-away place. Come to the forest, where the other you lives. But first, stop by discovertheforest.org.
Got a good thing going, and I don't wanna see it end. Oh, no, no, no.
Hi, we're Real Big Fish. And you're watching WTOP 10.
Like the number.
Dive into the lighter side of news. A Florida man is changing the way the world looks at wheelchairs. Brian Davids was injured in a car accident and lost the use of his legs. He also injured his lower back, making it painful to sit for long periods at a time. So he got to work designing and built a new motorized bed from scratch. David says the creation goes up to 6 miles an hour with a range of 18 miles. He says he wants to work with a nonprofit group to help manufacture the motorized beds to help injured military servicemen and women.
Would living in a town named Speedkills remind you to drive safely? A small town in Australia is hoping changing their name will increase awareness of the dangers associated with speeding. Speed, an outback town with a population of 45 people, will rename themselves Speedkills for the month of March. The change came after the tiny town took to the social networking sites, such as Facebook, to spread its Drive Safely message. The town promised the name change if they reached 10,000 online supporters. Speedkills currently has 34,000 Facebook supporters.
This just in, love isn't dead. A 66-year-old man in India's remote northeast has 39 wives, 94 children, and 33 grandchildren. They all live under the same roof in a cozy 4-story building with 100 bedrooms. Ziona Shana, the proud father, says, quote, "Even today, I'm ready to expand my family and willing to go to any extent to marry. The homestead consumes around 200 pounds of rice and more than 130 pounds of potatoes a day. Everyone in the household holds responsibilities. The wives cook, the daughters clean, and the sons take care of farming and livestock." Okay, now we're going to send it over to Keith Jaska for a look at your class day forecast. Keith?
It will be cold tomorrow morning as you make your way to 8 a.m. class. We'll have a temperature of 0 degrees, yet we will warm up to a high temperature of 25 degrees come mid-afternoon.
Okay, sounds good, Keith. Well, relatively good.
It sounds good for the end of February. That's what it sounds good for.
Yeah, it's somewhat below normal, but at least tomorrow will be a bit warmer than today was.
And we got a taste a little while ago of the warm weather.
Yep, a
and
little tease.
They're just teasing us.
Yeah,
exactly.
Unfortunately.
So, interesting stuff. That man with, what was it, 30-some wives?
39 wives and 100
crazy.
kids. Could you imagine
No.
knowing 100 people's names? And they're all your brothers
He's
and
got to
sisters?
forget, definitely.
You think so? Could you handle that, Dan?
I don't think I could. I wouldn't remember them all. No.
Okay, so Oswego basketball, we already mentioned it a little bit, but doing great.
Yep.
One tonight.
Yep, one. Now they're going to play Brockport this Thursday, actually, or this Friday.
Friday.
Sorry, my bad.
Exciting stuff. You're a
It is.
cheerleader, Sammy A, in case you didn't know this.
Only one.
So cheerleading, what do we have in store?
Well, we're actually trying to go to nationals in Daytona Beach, so we're trying to raise $10,000 by March. It's got a little way to go, but hopefully, if we have the support, we can make it. So.
Sounds good.
Okay. All right. I think that just wraps it up for us here. And that's going to do it for us here at WTOP 10 News. For the 10 News team,
I'm Dan Myers.
I'm Keith Jaska.
I'm Samantha Yeh.
And I'm Asa Stackel. Have a good night.
Thank you.